listening to somebody new, talking about singing and playing for you. Won't you cuddle up with me under these cold covers? Music for your brain.
Pretty sure. That's a cool map.
It's like, remember Flappy Bird?
Yeah, but you can play like millions of versions of that. I remember you getting really mad at it. You was yelling at it.
Yeah, probably. I think I still have an old phone with Flappy Bird on it.
Dude, sell that shit for like $10,000. There's some dude that wants to play Flappy Bird that can't.
Did they really just like discontinue it?
Yeah, no, they took that shit off because like the guy that created it, he received like death threats and shit because like people got so mad at the game.
Why?
Don't quote me on this because I might be wrong.
Wait, this is already
just
going?
because they couldn't beat it?
Yeah. It was like such a frustrating game.
Wait, was
that people like sent the creator like death threats and he was like fuck it and just removed it and nobody could have it.
Jeez.
Was it true that after they deleted it, if you had it on your phone already, that it was still on there?
Yeah, that's why phones would be like, if people were selling their phones for, money.
Yeah.
Flappy Bird.
I think I have it.
Dog.
I think I have it on one of my old phones, but it probably broke.
I'm sure I have games like that on my iPod Touch.
We don't have the Flappy Bird though.
I don't, but who cares? It's like Flappy Superman
It's not
and
the
stuff
same.
like that.
It's not the same.
It's
It's not the
Flappy
same as the
Super-
Flappy
Flappy Duck, yeah.
Superman.
No, it's like the same thing, honestly.
Flappy Superman.
Could you actually beat the game, or was it just like infinite?
I think it's just infinite.
I think it was infinite, but like the score, like it couldn't go past a certain score, so it would just be like 99999.
They have them in arcades. Remember the
At
one where
Dave
you,
and Buster's?
there's like the big old button. You just sit
You're
there.
right. You're right. I forgot about that.
Oh.
So weird.
So this is a good start. Flappy Bird.
Flappy Bird.
Good start. We're here with Billy Bats and the Made Men.
Oh yeah.
That's us.
Oh yeah. So who's Billy Bats? And which one's the Made Men?
Billy Bats is actually a character off Goodfellas.
He's dead.
Yeah, he got killed, sadly.
He's dead.
Rip
That's
Billy
Joe
Bats.
Pesci.
It's a really good band name, actually. I really liked
That
it.
is sick.
Yeah, so you guys were suggested to me by Zach Martin from Word Problems.
Yeah.
Love Word Problems. You played with them about a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Super
That's
nice
sick.
guys.
Yeah, super nice guys. So I checked
Shout
you guys
out again.
out. Yeah.
Second podcast in a row.
I know.
Shout out
Double.
to Word Problems.
The suggested bands coming on. Running out of naturally finding bands. But yeah, Zach Martin suggested you guys. I checked you guys out. And it was just like sick down the middle punk. And I was like, damn, it's refreshing. And then I also noticed that you guys were like 14 years old. I was like, oh my God, what's going on here? Especially your drummer, who is 12.
Yeah.
And makes me want to quit. Because kids like you on YouTube are just like shredding and making us all look bad. And it's insane.
Good.
That's the attitude. Hell yeah.
You gotta
That's what I
stop,
love.
Andy.
I gotta quit.
Quit while you're ahead at 12 years old. Retire early. But yeah, so when did you guys start playing? Like you guys are what? You said you're both 18
Yep.
and then 12.
Yeah.
So when did you guys know that you like, I don't know, were into music?
Me and Brody actually started out in the school bands and stuff. We both played saxophone, and we got kind of good at that. And at one point, I wanted to start playing guitar, so I went and I think maybe got like 2 lessons, and then I got tired of that, so I kind of quit. And then this other band that we ended up all being in, the guy wanted me to play bass in, so I picked up a bass and I sucked ass, as you do. So.
That's what bass is for.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah, of course.
For real.
So that kind of happened, and then there was this one show where it's kind of disputed, but I thought that they said that we weren't going to play it, and then turns out the night of we were playing it, and I had something to do. So Brody happened to be there with these other guys, and they picked him up to play bass while I was there. And
Swooping in, man.
Cool story.
yeah, so. So, yeah, he was going to replace me, but then they put him on guitar, and that's the story.
Nice. Okay.
That was cool.
That was a
Damn.
good story.
Damn.
Good story.
Brutal. So you just like kicked him out of his old band by happening to be there.
Yeah,
Shit.
sorta.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Does it hurt?
I didn't really give a shit. It kind of sucked.
No guilt.
So you just kind of like defaulted into bass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty
that's
much.
usually how it happens, right? It's like, who's the worst guitarist of the people who play guitar? You're on bass. That's usually how it works.
And then I got slightly better enough to be in a halfway decent band.
Yeah,
So-
you guys are pretty decent. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why punk though?
That's just what we've listened to our whole lives, pretty much. And you know, the band before was kind of different music, but I've always been into punk. That's what I've listened to. You know, that's what I tend to write more, just because that's what I've always listened to. So, just you know, we have a passion for punk. We love playing punk, listening to it. So that's why we do that.
Yeah. It's just like something you wouldn't expect for people your age, I guess, to be playing or into, really, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Part of that has to go to our father listens to a lot of punk, and he's in punk bands when he was younger and stuff like that. So
Cool.
we're kind of like just brought up listening to it all the time. So
Yeah. I feel like that's how it happens. You kind of like inherit your music taste from your parents and then you branch off or like rebel from it, you know?
yeah.
You either like get super into the same stuff they were into or you go the opposite direction. So,
Well, we're not a country band, yet, so you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Even though you're in Carrollton.
Even though we're in
So just
Carrollton.
wait.
It's gonna
It'll be
happen
blues
soon.
or country very soon. But yeah, so like being in Carrollton, being in a punk band, that's got to be kind of stand out-ish, you know?
Yeah.
How
no
do
one
people
around-
like respond to it around here?
Well, we don't really play Carrollton at all with Billy Bats, just because there's nothing. We know we're not gonna have fans down here. There's just not the music for it, so we
Yeah.
pretty much play in Atlanta. But there's a few times like we all been at a show in Carrollton and they had us, you know, come play a song, and you know it was interesting.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
All the people there, they always liked us because me and Andy used to always playing the country bands with them, not because we liked the music, just because they needed a bass player and it was good experience, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
they're like supportive in the way like they knew that we were good at it, but they didn't like particularly like it, I'd say.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Most people I've talked to, they've been supportive. They've thought it's cool that we're doing something, but they almost seem to think it's kind of funny. Just the
Yeah.
idea of a screaming, angry punk rock band. They don't really seem to get it, but
They think it's cool. They don't think it's good.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like it's fun to, you know, say you like, but you won't be sitting down listening to it. type
Yeah.
Stuff. Yeah. I feel that. That's how a lot of like bands are in the beginning, you know. Everyone, all your friends are like, "Oh, that's so cool," and they never listen to your stuff or like
Yeah.
support you at
Yeah.
all. And it's like, yeah, you have a bunch of fans on Facebook, but how many people are listening? And it's like, yeah, it's that grind to get the authentic fans. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like your friends really aren't your fans. Your friends want to see you do great. They want to
Yeah.
see you do, you know, they want to support you, but they're not your fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna like your Facebook pictures, but Yeah.
Yeah, and it's almost cooler when you have different people that you don't particularly know that likes your music and stuff like that. Like it kind of feels different.
yeah, that's the real stuff.
But your mom is definitely your biggest fan.
Oh, always, for sure. Yeah, do your parents like your music?
Oh yeah, them. Like I said, Dad is playing in punk bands and everything like that. He always says we're the band he wishes he was in.
That's so sick, actually.
Our mom, comes to the shows too all the time, and she was with my dad when he was in all the bands, so she went to all the shows and stuff like that. So
That's sick.
My parents are cool with it, but they don't really seem to care that
Yeah.
much about the music.
Yeah.
But they're supportive.
his
Yeah.
dad plays harmonica though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could have him play.
Get a
harmonica
feature.
for us.
I was in Pippin's studio down here in Carrollton one time, and his dad was just having a harmonica lesson, and me and him just started jamming.
That's sick. Yeah, you think you could fit in a harmonica into any of your songs? I don't really see it.
I don't know, we might put an intro or something.
That'd be dope.
We have a gong in one of our songs.
Gong?
Yeah, we have a gong.
Where'd you find that?
There's this dude selling just giving away old equipment that my dad's friends with. So we went up there and just grabbed a whole bunch of speakers and stuff, and he just held up this gong. He's like, "Y'all want a gong?" And we're like, "Sure, I like a gong."
Sick.
We have it in the garage. It's pretty
Gotta
awesome.
bring that in here.
Yeah, for real.
It's pretty awesome.
We were thinking about just having set it up behind Andy at shows, and he just starts hitting the gong.
It'd be cooler if I didn't hit it. It's just back there.
Just
Like-
stage pro.
Just
Like
for
people
show.
just look at it and they're like, "He's gonna hit that gong. Is he gonna hit it? Oh, he's about to hit it."
You keep teasing it, you like turn around, you're like, not yet.
Yeah, I even get the mallet and everything. And I'm like, I'm about to hit it, but I don't.
Then you grab a bottle of water behind you.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
When we hit the gong, we don't even have like a mallet or anything. We just use like the back of a hammer with somebody held the gong.
Punch it, man. That's punk. Hit it with your head.
Hell yeah.
That's how it be.
So like, I guess there is a pretty good punk scene in Atlanta. You know, it's
Yeah.
growing.
Yeah, there's
Back.
Yeah, there.
in Atlanta, there's definitely, you know, a lot of punk bands, stuff like that. Like, it's, you know, especially recently since we've kind of been discovered, you know, by the punk scene there, you know, there's been a lot of supportive bands and everything. You know, there's just a lot of good bands.
Yeah. So who do you like look up to or like try to emulate within that scene? I guess.
I don't know. The scene is cool. Is almost cool because every band almost has its different sound.
They do.
You know, there's a lot of great punk bands in Atlanta. Like, you have, like, the Oi bands, like Antagonizers, Strike First. You know, they're, you know, like, Antagonizers, the singer is actually our manager, and he has, like,
Oh, sick.
great stage presence, all that, like, and so they're really cool, and, you know, we'd, of course, like to be up, you know, to their level someday, you know, getting to play cool shows, the fan base, you know, having great crowd reactions. Like, they know how to work the crowd good.
They got to play with the Addicts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Damn.
It's pretty cool.
Rotten Stitches, you know, we've played
Yeah.
a couple of shows with them, and they're super awesome, great band, super nice guys. They have a new album out too that's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, them, Handy Capitalists is another band we played with. They're super cool. There's just a whole bunch of different great Atlanta bands. It's almost hard to go down all of them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's true.
You guys ever know about Forsaken Prophets? Or anything?
Yeah.
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 So where do you guys like feel you fit into that?
I'm not sure. Our sound is a little different, I'd say, just because I'd say we kind of go back towards more like that early '80s like punk hardcore thing, like kind of like the Husker Dewey, Black
what
Flag,
yeah.
Circle Jerks, like that kind of thing. That's where we take inspiration, and not a lot of the bands around Atlanta are completely doing that sound, but then again, I think we still like kind of fit in within the scene and everything like that.
Yeah, that's what I got the vibe from your music was that early '80s like vibe for
Yeah,
sure.
that's what we've always gravitated towards, you know, just listening to and playing and everything.
Yeah. So are you just trying to like? Is there any way you're trying to, I guess, modernize that or like have any inclination of doing that?
Yeah, so basically with it, you know, we aren't like just particularly trying to do 80s hardcore. It's just
Yeah.
that's what we listen to. So we're trying to do like just our spin on, you know, what we've, you know,
Exactly.
listened to our whole lives and everything like that.
Yeah. I listen to your stuff and you have a lot of melody in there too. So
Yeah, that's one thing, you know, we've always paid attention to and try to, you know, have in our songs to just make sure we have, you know, melody and all that kind of stuff.
yeah, for sure. Do you see like? I want to get to, I guess, y'all's age because that's such a standout thing. Sorry if it's like annoying to y'all.
No, it's-
But like y'all are definitely by far the youngest people we've had on here, but like people your age, like do you see them getting back into this music, I guess? Like do you think that there's going to be I don't know, there's always like a pendulum swing, so like it goes into super produced stuff like it is now where it's like all just made on a computer and it's super poppy and like synthesized, and then it goes the other way where it's super organic like punk. Like it's super organic, it's like live instruments, really noisy, the antithesis of like, you know, melody, but like in your face. I don't know, I could see it going that way. Do you see that like with your age group?
There's certain people I see that are starting to get back into that thing, and I think it's just, you know, all the music like on computers and all that is cool, but like, you know, just the experience of going to like a punk show and, you know, like the up in your face feel, like being at a show and everything like that, and, you know, just like that music I feel like is just, you know, it's not easily replicated by something else. So I think
Yeah.
I see some people going towards that. It's hard to tell if that's, you know, how it'll go or anything, but
Yeah, for sure. I just didn't know if like y'all's age group was still into that stuff.
With our age group too, I think, because there's not as many all ages venues going on, because, you know, venues actually want money, so they have
True.
to sell liquor.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I see more kind of all ages venues popping up. I see more people getting involved in the punk scene, so I think it's heading in a good direction.
the all ages shows we have played and we've seen, like, there's been, you know, people showing up to those. I think just one of the main problems is, you know, there's not a lot of, you know, all ages venues, so
That is a good point. I didn't really think about that, you know.
I mean, a lot of the shows we play, you know, they're able to sneak us on there, but, you know, no one, you know, our age is able to get up there and play.
That's so wild, yeah. Especially being 12. They don't
Yeah.
let you up
Yeah.
there. But yeah. There used to be a lot more all ages venues, I feel like, when we were younger.
Yeah.
like Swayze's and stuff. It was terrible, but it was awesome.
It was a shithole, but it was our shithole.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I know that's what everybody uses.
And like a
That's
band
what
like
everybody
y'all's
says
would have
about
fit in
Swayze's.
so well at Swayze's. Like y'all would have been, yeah, that would have been your shit for sure. But yeah, bring back all ages venues, I guess. There's so many like liability concerns nowadays, and everyone's getting sued and
Yeah.
you know, all that canceled stuff. So it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the future holds.
Yeah, man, I don't know.
But keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, for sure. Keep it alive.
Thank you.
That is super refreshing to see, like, that coming up still. I don't know. Yeah, so, like, being in your middle school, right, still?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
8th grade?
Yeah.
7th grade?
Hey.
He's
Okay.
in 9th grade. You're a liar.
Oh, so you just started high school?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you've been playing since you were in middle school.
Yeah, he's 14 too. He's been lying. I had to think about that. I had to think about that. I said 12 and I was like, there's no way that's true.
What are you talking
This
about?
dude made me think he was 12.
14 and
I
much
legit
older.
thought you were 12 this whole time.
I know.
So, like, when you go to high school and you just got done playing a gig, how's that? Like, do your friends care? Do they, like, know at all, or
No, sometimes they'll text me to come over while I'm at the show. It's like,
so they just don't know?
What he told
I
us
don't
is
think
he
they care.
told us he didn't tell all of his friends that he's playing in shows and everything because he doesn't want them to know how bad their lives suck or something.
Oh my god, that's such a
He didn't want to
cocky...
brag about how awesome his life was.
That's so sick, though. Like, I remember playing in high school, but it was like, at my high school. It wasn't like legit in the city or anything like that because I couldn't imagine doing that.
Yeah.
But and I sucked so bad back then. It's like I wouldn't even want to tell anybody. So
Do you think you could get your band in for a talent show?
maybe, but I'm sure a lot of people would think it's stupid. So.
I did it.
Yeah.
He's actually played on him and a whole bunch of kids played in a talent show in middle school.
We played an Elvis song.
Yeah, they played an Elvis song.
And like the singer is like he dresses like Elvis every day and everything. I thought it was kind of funny.
does he
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
he was like.
They did
I
he
thought
did
it was
all the
cool.
moves and they got
It was
of
kinda-
course they won.
It was kind of cool.
But, yeah.
Yeah, and he asked me, he was like, "You play drums?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then he asked me to play Elvis with him.
That's a good story.
It was a journey.
It was like the first band, our first show we played at the talent show in our high school, and we had to send in like an audition for it,
Yeah,
and we just conveniently like left out the screams.
that'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, leave out the screams and the cuss words.
Yeah, but I totally fucking did those, at
Yeah.
the show.
Then they can't say no. It's already too late.
Yeah, it's like we're already here. What are you gonna do? Tell us to get off? No.
Yeah, so like how is it, I guess, growing up nowadays with all this like connection that you've been exposed to, like all this social media, like within this world, because that didn't exist when we were younger, like this connectivity and this ability to reach everyone and like everyone reach you.
It's cool. I don't really know any other way.
Yeah.
It's definitely I'd say there's a big benefit too because our music can we everywhere.
Yeah.
We recently the bass player for one of our favorite bands, Naked Raygun and Peg Boy, we take big inspiration from them. Their bass player passed away, and we did a tribute to them and everything, and a lot of people in the Chicago scene were able to see that and everything like that. Like before, you couldn't have someone from far away to see things like that.
That's super cool. Yeah. It's kind of one of the benefits, I guess, of COVID is people are figuring out how to reach people across state lines and stuff like that, through the internet.
Yeah.
Without people being like, oh, it's an online show, that's not going to be good. But that's all the only choice we have now. So it's like,
yeah, and I mean, we've done, of course, during, Corona, we've done a lot of live streams, and we've had, a lot of people, tune in from everywhere. We've done a interview with On the Nod, and, where are they from? I forget. They're not from...
Is it Las Vegas?
I don't know. That's Punk Rock Bowling.
Yeah, no.
They're from somewhere. My brain doesn't remember things good, but they're
brain don't work good.
They aren't from Georgia, so
Yeah.
in school we're able to contact and share our music with people from far away. So I definitely say that's cool, but I'd say one of the downsides is everybody can do it too. So sometimes you get lost in the mix of it all because now everybody can put their release their music, so it's a little harder to stand out.
Yeah, it really
But it's
is.
also, there's trade-offs to everything. So
Yeah,
That's
it's
good
like
to know.
an overflooded market, you know.
yeah, because
So-
anybody can do it now.
Exactly. Especially with technology, like you guys have a whole rig and setup for, everything you want to do right here. Like you don't
Yeah.
need a studio at all either, so it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
It's a good time.
So it is good.
Yeah, but you guys have a ton of equipment for being this young. Like, was that your parents as well, like being into music?
Yeah, when we've been, I've been recording, pretty much kind of since I've started, started like around 7th grade and everything like that. And, slowly, like it just, buy like 4 shitty mics, and slowly, over time I've just been able to, upgrade the, my gear and everything like that until, finally I can kind of, I have some decent, gear to, record some decent stuff.
For sure.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, it does add up over time. Just gotta slowly amass the stuff, so.
Yeah,
That's
cool.
up in cost too.
Yeah.
That's how it be.
Yeah, it's expensive, man.
that is how it be.
Yeah. So, yeah, like, I don't know. I want to ask this without being cheesy. Like, what's y'all's, I guess, definition of what punk means? Like, to be punk? Because I feel like there's so many different ways to look at it. It's such a dumb question, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like it really defines what kind of, I don't know,
I definitely,
punk band you are.
yeah, I definitely say punk is, more of an attitude more than anything,
Yeah.
Like it's kind of hard to...
Uniting. Unite everyone. It's the attitude of uniting. Bringing people
It's like-
together.
Yeah, it's like
It's like Christmas.
Punk is like Christmas.
punk is Christmas. Yeah, so a lot of people think it's like rebelling. A lot of people think it's like, sticking it to the man. Or a lot of people think it's to get a message across that the mainstream doesn't want you to.
I'd definitely say it's, like
I can
an
see
attitude
that.
of just being who you are and stuff like that, and, not, sticking to that and everything. I'd say that's, a big thing how I'd define it.
Going against what is wrong.
That's a good way to look
Rebelling
at it.
against what is wrong.
For sure. That gets pushed on you, So, like, do you guys feel the need to get political, I guess?
At times you do. We're kind of we're like, we're not just, like a political band.
Yeah.
Like we'll have songs that are political, but we don't just, stick to
about-
that.
We're
It's-
not, yeah.
More just, what's, going around at the time and what we're feeling at the time when we're writing the song.
Yeah, for sure. That's also super wild with, like, how young y'all are to be, involved in that political
It's hard
discussion,
not to at this point.
Especially,
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
14, it's like, that's crazy to think that your like political views can get out there through this. It's like, it's pretty cool because you are getting affected by this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, sure, you can't vote, but you're still getting affected.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like, especially in this next election, like, by the time you are 18, he'll still be in office, whoever is elected.
Yeah.
Well,
So it's like-
the next election will be up. It'll be the next election.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
So-
wild.
You got to get your message out there, but a lot of bands don't like to get political. But punk is such like a, I guess it's expected almost of punk bands to be political, so people don't get offended by it.
Yeah.
I feel like
Or they do get
Or like, and then that makes it better, because that's kind of the point. Like,
I
punk
feel
is
like
supposed to offend you a little bit.
I feel like even if you're not going straight up dead Kennedys, talking shit on Jerry Brown, like a person going straight up just making political things, I feel like everything in the world is kind of political in a way.
For sure.
I feel like
Wow.
the exact polar opposite of, punk is, that traditional conservative lifestyle.
Yeah. Kind of just like shut up and do your stuff.
Shut up and work.
Yeah, exactly.
Go get a real job.
Yeah. Pretty much. It's tough.
So this is kind of suburbia-ish, right?
Yeah.
What is it about suburbia that makes people want to go punk?
It's
It's such a common theme. I swear.
The movie? I'm confused.
No, the suburbs, like
Yeah.
being in the
Okay.
suburbs, not
I
the
thought we were talking
movie
about the
with
movie.
Shia LaBeouf.
Andy's brain is small.
That's the perks of being 11.
He keeps getting younger. It's Benjamin Button over here. It's going backwards.
But I don't know about being in the suburbs. I feel like out here, obviously in Carrollton, Georgia, outside of Atlanta and stuff, everywhere is kind of a suburb in a way.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's just the general kind of conservative, more middle class attitude of, go just get a job, go work all the time. You can't really express yourself. You just have to be working all day to support your family. And I don't know. I feel like people get tired of that.
Yeah. Because I do find it's like a ton of these bands are coming from the suburbs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not Black Flag, but Black something. What is it? The other black punk band. Black something. Black Lips.
Yeah.
Came from
Okay.
Dunwoody, like where I come from, which is suburbs.
Mm-hmm.
And super just like, upper middle class, very white, very just like conservative.
Mm-hmm.
But they're the opposite. They're so hardcore. So I don't know. It's just crazy. And that whole DC scene kind of came out of the suburbs.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Yeah.
that kind of sparked a lot of that punk wave, I guess. Who do you find is the most influential punk band? Like, in your opinion, like, who do you think is... Because everyone always gives the Ramones the most credit, I think. Or the Clash. Or the Sex
Yeah.
Pistols.
I'd say that's hard. Like,
Circle Jerks for me.
to me, I would say, like, the most influential, like, punk bands to me would be, like, Husker Du. I take a lot from Husker Du and Bob Mould. Like, Husker Du, Naked Ray Gun, Government Issue,
Cool.
like, just those early, 80s hardcore, Circle Jerks, Black Flag, like, a lot of those bands is kind of where, like, they're the bands that inspire me the most. I still, love Ramones and The Clash and everything, but I take more after, like, those kind of bands.
Subhumans and Circle Jerks is probably my top two.
Yeah, Subhumans.
Cool. Yeah, repping the shirt. Isn't
Oh, yeah.
That's sick. So, like, if you were to, I guess, define your mission with this, is it just to, like, keep going, have fun until you can make a living off of it, or is it to, like, accomplish something?
I'd say pretty much though, it'd be cool to make money off it, but that's not, what we're doing at the end of the day. We're just...
Yeah.
I'm just doing it because I'm 14.
You're stuck.
I don't really have much else to do.
And I think it's just, want to get our music out there and have other people listen to it. Like, that's...
The ladies.
Ladies? All right, yeah.
That's the main thing with it all. It's, the money and everything, it doesn't mean as much, like, as having, people listen to us. And that's the main goal is, when we're all gone and stuff like that, having, having your music still here, having someone still listen to you and remember you and stuff like that. And, just, I think that's basically it. That's more of it from, me, at least.
It's a cool way to look at it.
We're all gonna die, so why not leave something?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty mature way to look at it from such younglings like yourselves.
I'm gonna die before Andy.
Wow.
I don't know. He's aging backwards.
That's
He
cool.
might cease to exist.
He's just gonna.
He's gonna be like 3 next week.
He's
This
gonna
week.
be a fetus in 2 weeks.
Yeah, for real. It's gonna be unborn pretty soon. But yeah, man, you guys are cool. It's just like so. I don't know. It's just so refreshing to see this kind of music coming from this kind of area with, I don't know, kids like you. Like, I don't want to call y'all kids, but I'm freaking almost twice your age. I am literally twice your age. Like, it's so insane. And you're better than me at drums, so I want to quit. But yeah. You guys ready to flip it, forge it, or fuck it?
Yeah.
So what do you guys want to do?
I forgot which one it was. We're gonna do the one where we play a new song.
Forge it.
Yeah, that one.
So tell us about the song. What's it called?
The song we're gonna do is Paul Bellini, and it's about Paul Bellini.
Okay. How'd you come up with it?
I was watching Kids in the Hall, and I was just like, I'm gonna write a song about Paul Bellini.
Sick. All right.
He's a good fucking man.
Yeah, and, like, another thing's like sometimes you might get more political with our songs, and sometimes the song just we'll watch something and draw inspiration from something we're watching or something like that, or just an experience. Like, it's not always
Yeah, man. There's no
You
rules.
write the lyrics. I don't really write lyrics.
Yeah. How do y'all write? Like, does it mainly start with you? Sorry about that.
Yes.
I'd say it depends on it. Sometimes we'll come out with a song and everything like that. Or like I'll have a riff, we'll all come down and work on it. It'll turn into something else. I'd say even if sometimes I might write the song, like it's not the same without everybody in it.
Yeah.
Like the songs wouldn't be good if it was just me.
Do they change a lot when you guys all come together?
Definitely. He's like the vocals he adds, or like the bass parts, or like just everybody having an opinion, like what should happen in the song. So it definitely changes a lot as we go through it.
How do y'all choose who sings what? Do you just like, does it default to you and then like he
Typic-
might sound better here?
It's kind of whoever writes the lyrics. I'll come in with a couple songs every now and then, and
Yeah.
I'll sing it. Or on a lot of his songs, he'll have us like switch off vocals. He'll sing a line, then I'll sing a line.
Yeah.
And most of the songs, I'll do some kind of backing vocals
For
or
sure,
something,
yeah.
just to fill it out.
Yeah, I noticed
So-
that you guys switch a lot, so I was kind of you run into a lot of ego when you have multiple singers. I've had that in the past, so like people fighting over roles and
Yeah.
who gets what,
I'd say the most important thing, like going with vocals, it's not about like how much one of us gets to sing. It's just what fits better, because I have the more rougher voice, and he has a prettier voice than me,
Yeah.
voice of an angel.
No.
So it just kind of goes what would sound better in the song, and that's when we're
It's the way
writing
to be.
songs. That's
Yeah.
how we think. It's not what would be the coolest. It's just what benefits the song better.
For sure. That's how you have to look at it, man. It's good, man. You guys are mature for how young you are. I like it.
Well, thank you.
But it's also like, you're a punk band. Why are you so mature? Like, let's go. Start like breaking stuff. What are you doing here? You guys have been sitting still this whole time. It's so unpunk.
We did have a soundboard that we had to break because it stopped working.
Nice. Did you get it
Yeah.
on
It's
video?
the teenage
Yeah.
angst.
Yeah, for real.
We're having a live stream and the soundboard just like in the middle just like stopped working, and so we had to destroy the soundboard. There was no
We
other
had to
option.
punish it,
Yeah.
so we got the hammer.
Got the hammer out,
There's no other option.
throwing beer bottles at it.
Hell
It's
yeah.
all a good time.
All right. Well, you guys go ahead, sign off. Thanks for being on here. And
Yeah, thank y'all
it's
for
sick.
having us.
Yeah, it's awesome.
How can people find you?
You can find us, any streaming things, Spotify, Apple Music, Facebook, Billy Batson Made Men, Instagram, Official Made Men, our Big Cartel too. I forget what that's called, but you just go to our Instagram or Facebook and you'll find our Big Cartel, and that has all of our merch and stuff like that on it.
Sick. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Thank
Thank
y'all.
All right, thank you.
Good shit, y'all. Now
Thank
let's
you.
fucking rock it out, huh?
Father almost drowning.